Hi, my name's Elle. Thank you for clicking on my channel out of literally any other channel on the platform. This is a really big platform, so it means a lot. Today, we're going to be doing a sketchbook tour of my 1 week sketchbook. There's another video I'll have linked that's the process of me making this. There's a lot of shenanigans and every up and down I had while making it. You don't have to watch it, but it's pretty entertaining. So I'm gonna show y'all all the art officially, as slowly, not slowly, but more in depth than it was in the video. My parents both saw the video and my mom was like, and I'd see this stuff like really quick go by and I'm like, ooh, is that such and such? She was wrong with what half of it was. I don't know if y'all have ever seen Agent Stone. For context, my father is a white man. I may have thought he was Mexican when I was like 4, but that doesn't count. My father's a white man. Agent Stone is not a white man. There's a drawing of him that my mom saw. Just a little glimpse of a little glimmer. Thought it was my father. Albeit it wasn't a good drawing of Stone, but it sure wasn't my dad. So you guys get to see that and so many other little things I made today. So let's get on to the sketchbook tour. All right, so here's the cover, which I did decorate myself. That's like one of those heat foil pens, which I did find that marker I was looking for during the video that I thought was missing. So this could have been gold and legible. So I'll show you the back of it too. So this was the little sticker that I put on that I just said was like chaotic and was gonna be a mess. And that was originally all I had back here. I ordered a resin keychain of one of my characters from an Etsy shop. That keychain did not turn out well, but whoever it was did send me these stickers, and I do think the stickers are kind of cute, so I do appreciate those. Keychain for context, which it's not terrible, but like, you see how it's got all that grainy stuff and it's got bubbles? And so with the little fillers that I had ordered, I'd only ordered stars and leaves. There's this itty bitty heart, this teeny tiny itty bitty heart, which I have been joking is his #1 fan, which for now shall go unnamed. Also, there's a bunch of like air bubbles in it and this weird like puff up on the back right there. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I've seen resin videos. I know how you fix that. So I don't know why it was like that. This person's had this listing for years. But hey, this is a keychain. This is Samson. And before you ask, no, I will not be linking the shop. I'm sparing y'all. All right, so here's the little intro page. Now this is a redraw of a screenshot of a video. My aunt had filmed, I think it was my 4th birthday party. And there was this clip where my mom was carrying me outside. So I redrew that. And then 1 week sketchbook. I ended up adding a scene later, but I like sketchbook better. It feels accurate. These are my warm-up sketches because usually while I'm doing art, I like to do little warm-ups. That's my character Harlow. My pet little baby kitty Kaiju. An attempt at a sunflower. And then I really started the challenge. This was a reference off of Pinterest, a lady holding a sword. These are my lovely little babies. These are some characters of mine that I adore, and I'm surprised I haven't cried over yet. This one's Nero. This is Veronica. It's set in, I think, the late 80s, early 90s? Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. They're like falling in love. Both secret agent shenanigans do be happening. Then I decided, you know what? do a hand turkey. So that's a hand turkey. I don't remember what was going through my mind, if I was already worn out or what, but that's a hand turkey. And one of our pet cats, her name's Juliet, was in my lap, so I grabbed her hand. This is her hand turkey. She did move while I was tracing her hand, so it honestly worked better. And here is Juliet as a human, because I was trying to figure out what she'd look like, and this is her as a cat, because she is a cat. Is there anything under this? No. Then here is my kitty, Kaiju, as a person, which I feel like I could have done better on Kaiju. She doesn't look as good as I wanted her to. Yeah, this was when my spirit broke the first time and I realized, oh, this is gonna be a lot. This is just Sharpies. I was trying to do something really cool and it didn't work out. So then I just started scribbling and it didn't do anything better. So I just added trees and was like, you know what? That works. And then warm-ups, as I called them, I was already worn out. This was about when I had to take a break and film the little first initial. I don't know if I can do this, guys. I have an alien story called Aliens Grieve 2. This is one of the species, unnamed. That's a belly button, by the way. Their anatomy goes crazy. I've drawn skeletons of them and I know how everything works. They got frog hearts. It's insane. There's a reason they don't have noses. Which, when I drew that, I didn't like it, but it honestly doesn't look that bad. My sibling and I got really into Portal recently because my partner sent me one of the songs and was like, this is literally your character, Elizabeth. And it was. And it reawoke. Oh yeah, Portal exists. That's some crazy lore. You know what? I'm gonna trick my sibling into playing it. Wheatley, be something. You're not necessarily beloved. I don't hate you though. And the weighted companion cube, because if you know, you know. This was some more scribbles that did not turn out the way I wanted it to. So I just ended up redrawing the hands from the creation of Adam. Guys, I think those are really pretty. And this was all done with Sharpie. This right here was done with a micron brush pen because I wanted to kind of test it a little and it did not live up to what I wanted it to. I was trying to draw a heart-shaped box because my job has a lot of those right now, and it turned into a pie. I called my partner that day and we were talking and she ended up being like, why don't you just draw like a box of doom as a joke? So we have our radioactive box. She also sent me this building also as a joke. And I drew it anyways because I was running out of ideas. I don't remember what it's called. I didn't get to take world history. My teacher hated me. So if it ain't an American building, I don't know it. Andy Williams, because she has a record of him. This was a really cute pose I found on Pinterest. And I was like, you know what? Me and little me? Why not? And I'm gonna make a very beautiful life for myself no matter what it takes. Because that is something that I strive to do. I have a lot of introspective whatevers. And this I feel like just really suited it. And each of these flowers, I looked up like the Victorian meanings for them. And they're each there for a very specific reason, though I can't remember any of them or even what flowers half of these are. I lost it right there. This was a reference I found on Pinterest. I was like, that's low-key a beautiful man. I'm gonna draw him. This is a dog. This was a reference picture of someone I know's dog. This is lore accurate to what he looks like, by the way. And now we put him back in ugly jail. Cause I don't like that looking at me. And this isn't me celebrating because I was done with day 1. This was day 2 when I decided, you know what? I want to try doing some character designs. This is a newer character. Her name's Pearl. I don't remember her last name. But she's like plus size and she's one of the agents that's like the FBI meme, like the FBI agent watching my computer. A cat I found. My character Cadence, he's also an agent that works with her, but he's a field agent. This, I was trying to draw like a very specific conceptualized scene for Secret Project. Did not necessarily turn out the way I wanted it to, but I do think it's really cool. And I'm glad that it exists because it helps me to visualize the concept better. I got on my Copics because I wanted to try alcohol markers on this because it's Ohuhu paper and Ohuhu makes markers. This is Copics on it. It's not terrible, but geez, it sure ain't good. You know how hard it was to blend this? I do not recommend this sketchbook. It's the Ohuhu Mixed Media Sketchbook. Not my favorite. And then there was Bleed Through, so I got to have a free pass to draw whatever came to mind, which was spiders. And I also tried more markers on the other side, hence the bug. Blueberry. Just a blueberry, which that's honestly pretty cute. I don't dislike them. I just know on different paper I could have done better. This is my character, Brittany Briar Baggett. My favorite little freak. She's special. Water bottle. Literally a bunch of stuff we had lying around the house. Because I could not be bothered. I was like, I can't make up anything. I can't do this anymore. So I just decided, you know what? I'm putting a bunch of stuff in front of me and redrawing it. Cup I found on Pinterest. Me losing it. My character, Samson Rambo, beloved. Eric Adams, also freak. He concerns me. Samson, we love Samson. Innocent baby, deserves the world. One of my friends literally convinced me to write a self-insert of them because I was gonna kill this guy off. And they're like, no, I would literally die instead if I could. So I made a self-insert for them that dies, saving Samson's life. Oh, Pearl O'Brien. Oh, that's a cute name. This is a drawing of Pearl, probably more accurate to what she'll look like because these are still conceptual sketches. This is Eric Hansen. This is not what it looks like. Because I just wanted to use some of these guest checks I had bought. Because I was like, I could do something cool and easy. And I low-key yassified him too much. This is what Eric Hansen actually looks like. He's a little redhead. Also a USS CC field agent. He'll work with Pearl and Cadence. They all end up becoming field agents. And shenanigans happen. These are the shenanigans. Y'all don't know what this means. But terrible things. Crazy lore implications low-key. Which I shan't say. A Furby I found. Pinterest reference. It's this woman and she's like hiding this canvas like, oh my god, look at what I'm drawing! And that's usually me having to draw in front of people. I don't know what happened with this sketchbook. I was just like, you know what? I'm not afraid anymore. No, I'm on anti-anxiety meds. That could be why I was chill drawing in here. But that's myself. Like, oh my gosh, you can't see me drawing this. And then here is my favorite piece of jewelry ever. It's a locket my dad gave my mom in the 90s. And she put a picture of him in it. And now I wear it. It doesn't have a picture of my father in it, but it has someone very dear and important to me in it. And I love it very much. If you hear it clicking, that was probably me messing with it. And then day 3 started. This was the day I wanted to try out some fan art. Because I haven't drawn fan art in like years, unless you count me drawing my friends' characters like, oh my gosh, what if your character, Harlow, like, dated my character, Elliot, which we haven't done. But I know you're watching this. Hit me up. We could do something terrible. This is my sibling and I. We were playing Portal, and I was like, you know what would happen if we were in Portal? Because I was making my sibling do all the puzzles. Because Bestie's got ADHD. I was doing a test. I was being mean. Like, go ahead, have fun, figure this out. And I'd watch them run around right past the solution that I'd already figured out like a half hour earlier. And it would take them forever. And then I'd have to be like, want me to do it? And that was usually what would happen, was I'd end up doing it if they couldn't figure it out. A penguin picture I found. This was a draw your comfort characters thing I saw on Pinterest. I personally don't really have comfort characters because I just don't watch a lot of TV. If I had to pick, it would probably be Orion Pax, maybe Elliot from Stardew Valley. I don't know who the third one would be. Everyone that I'm thinking of causes me discomfort. So I asked my sibling, like Pinkie Pie, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Bobby Hill. So I had to do it to him. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot about this. My babies, my sailors. I'm normal. I'm so normal. So this is my character, Britt. This is my partner's character, Lake. I'll link her Kara down below. And like, if I've drawn anyone's characters in here, I'll link like a social media page or something. So these two date in an alternate story we have. They each have their own individual stories, but we have some alternate ones where they coexist and they date and terrible things happen. Leaves and Vines, I was losing it already. Losing it. Like it's not bad, but it's not my, This isn't bad, but it's not my best work. My mother. My parents are both white. My mother's whiter than snow. This is a black woman. I do not know what Agent Stone's nationality is. But I know for a fact he is not Caucasian. My mother saw a glimpse of these and thought it was a redraw of this old picture of her and my father. Which, because her hair was like styled similarly and she only got a glimpse of it, which is very funny to me. And I just love to look at this and be like, man, my family, if we had to fit a diversity quota. This is my sibling. On BeReal, they have like custom emojis, and this was one of my siblings. I was like, I have to redraw you right now. Trying to layer highlighters, and it sucked. I hated it. Feather. I don't remember the name of the album. It's a 21 Pilots song. I don't remember the name of it. I want to say it's called Breach. And one of the lines is abandoned by the sun. And I was like, I want to draw that. Because whenever I hear most of that album, I hear like post-apocalyptic chaos. I don't actually know their lore. I don't plan to learn it anytime soon. Especially because they just finished whatever storyline they're in. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. This is my interpretation. Hippo! A one-line challenge where I redrew a picture of myself. And you can tell it was a one-line challenge with no sketch, because I don't know what happened, Pookie. This ain't me. I could see parts of me. And then I'm like, why you look so mad, son? Why your hair doing that? Why your bun doing that? What's going on here? Oh my gosh. This is also Lake and Britt. In one of the alternate stories, they have twins. I forgot. Lake, Lakeisha, Britt, Constance. You can guess who named them. Britt definitely at least named Lakeisha and was very proud when she thought it up. So she's like, you really expect me to believe that, Lakeisha? Lakeisha's being all like, well, she's a troublemaker. I guarantee you 100%. And then in the story that Constance and Lakeisha existed. Oh, by the way, Britt's a superhero with superpowers. Constance inherits the superpowers and not Lakeisha, but Lakeisha wanted them. Constance didn't really care. She's like, I'm concerned for how Lakeisha will take all of this. And Lake's like, Constance, you're a great sister. I'm sure she'll be happy for you in the long run. Give both of you credit. And he just looked like such a zaddy. I'm so proud of how I drew him. One of my alien characters, belly button. I'm sorry, that's my favorite part, is that their belly button's way up here. Because it goes crazy. Their stomach's up here. I think their heart might be down here. And they got like these weird ribs here instead of like whatever. Their ribs are weird. They got shenanigans going on. They breathe through their skin. There's so many weird stuff. I was running out of time. I was so running out of time. I'm like, well, we're gonna draw me running out of time. What else am I supposed to do? Me? Time? What time is doing? Kitty! That's my baby. And this was day 4. And there was this prompt on Pinterest. I use Pinterest for a lot of this. Where it was like, draw you and your character like this. And it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But that's myself. I'm like, y'all, don't listen to her. This is Brit. She's like, beware, bro. Day 4 didn't go well. And she was right. It did not go well. I think I added that afterwards. Like, once I was more towards the end of the day. Because day 4 was day 4. And this is her superhero persona, but not drawn very well. That's 0G. Horse. Kitty. Kitty. Horse. Somehow. Somewhere. Monkey. This is my spider Sona Araneda. I don't know what possessed me to draw her. But I drew her, and I actually really like how it turned out. Like, that anatomy is crazy. She's got the little belly part caked up for some reason. I don't know what's happening with the boobs, but something's happening with the boobies. And then here's another drawing of her. I don't know what happened. I haven't drawn her in forever, so why did these turn out so well? I was amazed. A Batman plush I found. Ignore him. Don't look at him. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? Like, it just shows off her costume so well. This is my partner and I talking about horrific character lore ideas to, like, create, like, yo, what if Brit threw Blake off a roof? Why would she throw him off a roof? Because it was actually to save his life. But then she didn't catch him, and they divorce. Yo! We haven't done that. Thank God. But that's the type of stupid stuff we'd be coming up with. My spider Sona again, and I didn't like how it turned out, so I abandoned it. Also my spider Sona. Not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. My old spider Sona is the only thing motivating me to keep up with this challenge. Keep up with today in this challenge. Help, I'm only on day 4. And it looks so bad. I didn't like how it turned out. A fox. Me losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. This was... I was so tired, man. It's like, you know what? Something easy, something simple. It brings a pop of life. So we got our pop of life. Another cat. I drew a lot of cats. I don't draw animals. This is myself at work having to restock. I thankfully have not had to get up on a tall ladder in quite a while, surprisingly. But I know what's coming. This is a redraw of, it was either a locket or a B-reel. I think it was a locket of my partner and I. And it was just so funny to me that I redrew it. And I love this. Like, I captured her profile so well. She's such a beautiful person, and this was the best. Just trust me when I say. This is accurate. Kitty! Family friend. This is like a picture from a wedding that I found in my gallery, and I was like, I can redraw this. My character... I blocked you out, sir. This is also my character, Eric. And this was like a picture I saw on Pinterest from The Simpsons. And it was this guy, he's holding up a police badge. And in his wallet was this picture of himself in like a Speedo. I was like, I have to draw you. This is very Eric core. And then this is character Pearl. Probably the most accurate to what she'll look like, which was also a redraw of a dumb picture I found on Pinterest of some K-pop guy. Cadence. Also a dumb picture I found on Pinterest. It was this guy with glasses riding a little motorcycle. This is when I got those crayons. Honestly, not bad. I haven't touched them since I did this challenge though. They'll come out soon. I don't know for what, but eventually. A strawberry, which I'm really proud of. I don't know how it turned out like that. For context, left hand was not hurting. It was my right hand. But I was using my left hand like a reference while I was drawing it. So it ended up just being my left hand. Also, in that alien story, I have these aliens that have a bunch of arms, specifically for the reason there's this song called Rush E. It's like but it goes insane and you cannot humanly play it. Like, is it physically impossible for a singular human being to play it? I think an orchestra would be able to play it, but one person, no. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna make these alien characters that have a ton of arms, specifically so they could canonically play Rush E on a regular human piano. I don't know what came over me. This isn't the final design. I was just trying to figure out concepts because I think they're gonna have to have broader shoulders to make up room for more of the arms. And I was trying to figure out eyebrows too, and it's a concept. That's all I can say. I don't even know if I want them to look human with a bunch of arms or what. Here is Britt and Lake. Beloveds. This is them at their wedding. 'Cause I love them. And they're married. And Lake's very hype about it. 'Cause he loves his wife. Also, if y'all hear any background noise, my sibling just decided to join me. Perhaps silently, but there might be certain clicks and clacks in the background. So, this is my Spider-Sona. My sibling's Spider-Sona. I'm loving the, like, punk emo hair. I'm obsessed. This is my Spider-Sona, a redraw of the scene from Across the Spider-Verse, where Miles is, like, eating whatever that was. I don't remember what food he was eating. And he's like, so what are you, like a cow or something? I don't... To be honest, it's been a hot minute since I've seen the movie. Kitty, yeah. This cat's name was Salad, so I wrote it down. Kitty. More crayons, a little rainbow. Oh, okay, so this is another 21 Pilots song. Because I have their newest album on CD. I think this song is just called Center Mass. They call it Center Mass. That part they aim for, which this did not turn out the way I wanted it to, but these colors very much evoked the album to me. And I was like, and I'm gonna do something really pretty with the writing. Sharpie does not agree with crayon, I learned. And I was having trouble coming up with stuff. This was my cry for help, and my father saw it. He walks up, he's like, I have an idea. A turtle with no shell. Dad, I'm not killing a turtle. No. He has fur and tusks. So I drew a turtle with no shell, fur, and tusk. Then he asked for a unicorn horn, so I added a unicorn horn. Then he asked for wings. So he created this turtle. And I was like, you know what? It's gonna be hunting for fish. And then his next suggestion was a chariot pulled by roly-polies. I put the turtle driving it. What does that imply about Mr. Turtle? I have no idea. Then here's myself in a dunce cap, because I felt stupid for starting this challenge. I keep forgetting about the art I made in here because it was such a blur. This is Zero G, and this is a Loom. These are two of my superheroes, aka Britt, Harlow. And they're flying because they're the only two that can fly. And I like to call them space sisters because both their suits have stars on them. And gravity powers, light powers, it makes sense. This is Britt and Eric, because they end up dating and terrible shenanigans. He's in jail right now in my mind. He's been so annoying lately. Low-key, I don't know if I can keep drawing today. Arms tight and shaky. Oh yeah, because my arm, it was starting to get to me on, I think this is day 5. The challenge was starting to get to me. And I don't usually shake, but the medication I'm on causes me to shake sometimes. And it hadn't done that in a while, but this challenge was really pushing the limits of my body in terms of drawing over and over and over again. So, stuff started kicking in. There's a self-care app called Finch. This is my son, Garrett. It's my pet bird. I've been with him for so long. We celebrated New Year's together, and this was him celebrating. My character, Alejandro. Ignore it. I hate it. You don't even get to see it. It's so bad. This is a puppy. It's a little puppy dog. Cherries, again, I don't know what was up with me. Why did I draw so many cherries? And there was this meme I saw on Pinterest. That one friend that needs to draw. Or the one friend that's needs to draw. I need to draw. And the pencil. And I was like, I'll draw myself in the outfit I'm currently wearing today. Because I don't know what else to do. Oh, that was my last drawing for day 5. Day 6, my arm was still all like, it had wanted to pass away. Warm-ups because my wrist is still refusing. I really love this drawing of a Harlow. My Harlow. Harlow Chaucer. And I'm kind of sad that it's on this page because it's just, I don't know how else to put it. That was supposed to be myself, didn't really turn out very well. Also, Harlow, this, I don't even think I used a reference. I was just like, I need to put something on the page. End my suffering. This is an insert of my sibling. Its name is 8. Well, her name's Caitlin. But it's Keightlynn, which is not my sibling's name, by the way. If my parents named my sibling Caitlin with the number 8 spelled out, I would have had to run away from home. This challenge is pushing my limits. Today is a lesson on burnout. I'm not really crazy about these. They weren't my best work. Samsung! I'm probably mispronouncing it because I know these intonations and inflections. Chinese character. Alternate storyline I'm working on with my partner. Where she's rich. And shenanigans happen because of it. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, I love these guys. So, Samson Rambo, who I showed y'all earlier, is the youngest sibling of 7. These are his 2, second... They were the youngest before he was born. They're twins. We have Elijah Rambo and Levi Rambo. And I put up with Elijah. Elijah, he's a little freak. He's special. He's been divorced 3 times. He's got shenanigans. He's got 2 kids. He never ceases and is always going to Nashville or somewhere to try and make it big in music because he's an idiot. This man is in his 30s. You're a grown man. What you doing? And then this is Levi. He's much more level-headed and usually has to bail Elijah out of whatever stupid shenanigans he's gotten himself into. This is a concept for my story Moon and Back. That's not going to be the name of it because a story with that name already exists. But this was some scenery concepts that I never went over into line art. I just did Sharpie highlighter sketches. Candle. Frog. I've never drawn a frog this good before. More warm-ups, because I was losing it. Alejandro, Harlow, warm-ups, aka a wrist defibrillator. What was this supposed to be? I think this was supposed to be Alejandro as well, and I just didn't like how it was turning out, so I just drew a snail on top of it and called it a day. Oh my goodness, we're also doing a Mean Girls alternate story. We have a lot of alternate stories that I try to not talk about on my more like public platforms. Because like it's gonna make no sense to anyone else. But I have a character named Elizabeth. She's crazy. But like if she was a teenager and was in Mean Girls and she was Regina George, this would be her. This is Tyrion, the self-insert for that friend that dies in place of Samson. Praying mantis. Emperor caterpillar, I think. Japanese. I think it's Japanese emperor's caterpillar or something. A weevil. I want to say this is a parakeet or a budgie.
That's the same thing.
I want to say it's a bird. This is a bird, okay, guys? It's a very cute bird, and I kind of want to own one, but I have a feral cat, and I'm not getting any animals. Another bird! I forgot what this one is, but it's fat and round. Another snail to redeem the terrible snail I drew last time. This was day 7, anatomy studies. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Look at all the boobs and butts I drew. Here's a skeleton. Another skeleton. Because you gotta know how that looks underneath the skin. AKA, this is Loki just Amon. If you know, you know. Random anatomy study. Random anatomy study, which, speaking of boobs, actually, I'm really proud of the boobs in this. And like her legs and the way everything just... This person has flesh and you can tell, and I'm very proud of that. I'm also really proud of this because I'm trying to get better at drawing plus size people. And like, she's got like the rolls and all that. And like, it doesn't look like I'm drawing them to be mean, if that makes any sense. Like, it's like, ha ha, look, this is a fat person. Like, it's respectful, which I really am glad that I was able to portray that. What are those? I drew a conventionally attractive man on the left. And then I was like, my parents are gonna see this. They're gonna think I'm just lusting after guys. Let me draw an old man on the right so they know it's for studies. So 2 shirtless men. Take your pick. This was Elijah. There was this funny reference where this guy had a holster, but instead of having a gun in it, it had a baby. And I was like, I want to draw that as Elijah. And then I couldn't get it to look right. So now he has a gun. America, rah! My character, Ocean Dunbar, because I love him very much. Though his eyes, one of my coworkers actually pointed this out. I gave him like really weird eyes on this. She didn't say that, but she was like, oh, when I showed it to her, like, and she was like, he's got really expressive eyes. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but now that I'm looking at it, like, there is something off about you, sir. You look like you have murderous intent. Ocean Dunbar looking at his father's company. I could do something crazy right now. I'm gonna go crazy. You wanna see crazy? He's special. I love him. Luke, Tiffany. Y'all don't know who they are. They don't matter currently. These aren't good. Kitty! But it's a snake. Kitty! But it's running. I don't know why I'm saying cat like that. Something took me over. I was eating some popcorn, so I drew my popcorn. This is also my character Harlow, but I was trying something new where I sketched, which I mean I have been sketching in a highlighter, but I was like, I'm just gonna use random pens with this. I really like how it turned out. I think she looks super cute. This, I was inspired by cells, like, in the body. And it didn't really... It wasn't the best, but it sure wasn't terrible. And it filled a page, which is what matters. Another Brittany, because we love our girl Brittany here. Oh wait, oh my gosh, I'm at the end of this? Oh, yay. This is the final drawing, kind of the final drawing. It was a little like self-portrait of me happy that my self-made prison, my self-made hell was over. So excited, in fact. I wrote, I'm free! And like drew myself really badly. And then I drew this little emoji, very excited, and confetti. And here was me testing out colors. And what's in the magic pocket? This evil thing. I hate it. I never want to see it again. I'd like to thank y'all so much for watching. If you like this video, you could like because it shows the algorithm. Yo, this is pretty cool. Maybe we could give it to another person. Comment. You don't have to do any of these, but I really love all the comments. They're always so sweet. Like, you people are wonderful. What the crap? I almost cried. If you subscribe, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. Which, hey, I do cool creative stuff. It may not always be drawing, but it's always that little part of my brain that comes up with the demented ideas. This little menace was making noise while I was filming. So she's now a part of the video.
Her feet.
Feet. No, feet. Foot?
They're just
Foot. Where's your other foot?
down.
That's my titty. Subscribe for more cats. Goodbye. I hope you have a wonderful day.